Hi, I'm Sophie Wright, chef and food writer, and I'm going to be showing you from the comfort of my own home a few of my all-time favourite recipes that I like to cook. They're all quick and very simple, whether that be cooking for a quiet night in or for a bit of last-minute entertaining. For all the details of any of these recipes and a lot more, just have a look online. Today's recipe is going to be my simple sausage and haricot bean stew with wilted courgettes. So this recipe is one of my all-time favourites. It's a really good one to have in your repertoire because it's so easy to do, and generally you will have all the ingredients in your fridge or your cupboard, so you don't have to do too much shopping to get on with it. So to start off with, what I need to do is the really boring bit, which is chopping all our vegetables. Finally chop 1 onion, 1 leek, 2 sticks of celery and a carrot. You'll also need 4 or 5 cloves of garlic, peeled and chopped. Add 2 teaspoons of rapeseed oil to a sauté pan and add in the chopped vegetables, including the garlic. Now you could use fresh rosemary or fresh thyme here, but actually I thought it might be more sensible to use some dried herbs, which we've all got in our cupboards. So this is herbs de Provence. So it's a blend of oregano and thyme and rosemary. So I'm just going to put the lid on here. I've turned the heat right down because I just want these to slowly sweat. So I pop the lid on, 10 minutes, give it a stir every sort of 2 to 3 minutes or so, make sure it's not burning underneath. And then I'm going to move on to the next stage, which is my sausages. I've got Toulouse sausages here. And the nice thing about using sausages in a dish like this is that they're already seasoned. So rather than starting off with a plain mince and then having to add lots of flavours to them, these do seem to work really well, because what I'm going to do is take them out their skins, and I'll show you how. So I'm just splitting these open, and then I'm basically just removing the casing from the sausage. And these make really nice meatballs as well, so if you wanted to do something a bit different, rather than having it as a ragout, you could just mould these into little meatballs. But I'm not going to do that, I'm literally just going to tear them up, and what will happen is I put them into my pan with my sofrito. They'll all just break up, and it will give it loads and loads of flavour. Add the broken sausages into the vegetables, turn up the heat and cook for 3 to 4 minutes until the sausages start to caramelise on the outside. Now add 2 teaspoons of tomato puree, stir well and cook for 6 to 7 minutes. Right, so this has had about 6 minutes cooking. Take the lid off. Now I'm really happy that the puree's all cooked out. So now I can add my stock. Now I've got about 1 litre of chicken stock. So you could use vegetable stock if that's all you've got. I'm just going to save a little bit back because I can always add some more if I feel I need to. It's more difficult to take it away. So I just need to bring this up to the boil now. So I'm going to pop the lid on. And once it's boiling, I can add in my beans. But in the meantime, I'm just going to chop up some parsley. And it may look like I've got quite a lot. It's not, once you chop it all down. This should be ready now. Right, so that's boiling nicely. I'm just going to add in my beans, and I've got some haricot beans here. They're just tinned, drained them and washed them off. Now you can use whatever beans you like. Chickpeas would work really well, borlotti beans would work really well. I just happen to have haricot beans in the cupboard. Now it's really up to you how long you want to cook this for now. I mean, you could eat it like that quite happily and it would taste delicious, but actually the longer you leave it, the more intense the flavours get and the more that sauce will reduce. So I'm going to leave this to simmer for about 25 minutes. And it will just be so lovely by the time we come back. I'm going to pair it with some courgettes that I'm just going to pan fry, a little bit of lemon and finish it off with some pecorino cheese. My stew's had 20 minutes, and while that's been cooking, I just very quickly pan fried some courgettes and some olive oil with some lemon juice. Nothing too complicated at all. And now I'm ready to serve up. Add in the chopped parsley and stir well. Serve the wilted courgettes in the bottom of a big bowl and spoon over a generous helping of the stew. Grate over some pecorino cheese and a pinch of black pepper. Drizzle with a little bit more extra virgin olive oil and enjoy. And there you've got it. So that's my sausage and bean stew with some courgette ribbons.